Good morning. Today we're going to make a breakfast pizza. You can make it with naan bread or you can make it with flatbreads. That's what I have today. And it's going to involve some ricotta cheese, some eggs, some Parmesan, a little basil pesto, some lemon zest, and a nice big fat tomato. Okay, let me show you how to put this together real quick. Gather your ingredients, and then it only takes a few minutes to assemble. It takes about 12 minutes or so to bake at 425 degrees, so you can get your oven preheated while you're making the breakfast pizzas. All right, let me show you how. Okay, there's everything you need. We're going to start by laying the flatbreads out on a piece of parchment paper on a tray for a toaster oven. We're going to make two at once here, so I'm going to put two flatbreads right down on the parchment. These are really nice ones. They have a little bit of a curl up, and that's what we're going to put up because we want the eggs to be encouraged to stay inside the flatbread. So make them as flat as possible there. Next ingredient is some ricotta cheese. Alright, you can take the ricotta cheese and just spoon out a little bit to spread out. You could use different size flatbreads, but what you want to do is just basically make a pizza out of this. So we want to make sure that the egg will stay inside the barriers that we make with this ricotta cheese. So the nice thing to do here is make a little bit of a raised edge around the outside so the egg won't run out, and you'll have nothing to worry about. So put the egg in this part. I don't think it'll escape. Same with this one. Alright, we're ready to go. Now I'm going to take this nice ripe tomato from the garden. It's a beauty, and it's perfectly ripe. We're going to cut this in very thin slices. Look how beautiful that is. Oh boy, that's nice. Alright, very thin here because we don't want this to overpower where the eggs are, but the tomato juices really make a nice mixture with this flatbread and eggs and cheese. So you can see I made them very thin, and I'm just going to lay them again where the egg will run into the middle. A nice sharp knife helps with this. Again, encourage the egg to go in. There we go. Next we're going to take a little of the basil. I love the Classico brand. Mix this up a little bit more. So you're going to get the garlic, the basil, all that good stuff, and just put a little on there so that it spreads out onto the tomatoes. Doesn't this look delicious? We're going to make some more of those. Then we're going to add just a little bit of lemon zest. We're going to brighten that up with a little bit of lemon zest. It sure smells good. Now I have jumbo eggs here. So make sure we have a nice egg yolk. And carefully drop it in. You may have to adjust your position here just a little. I don't want any eggs escaping. And we have another nice egg here. And let that get settled. This is where you have to very carefully put these in the oven. When you think they're situated, then we're going to add a little pepper. If you like, you can add a little salt at this point. I'm going to add Parmesan and Romano cheese. Just a little shake here. And then we're going to bake this until the egg is set and ready to eat. Usually this takes about 10 minutes at 425 if you have your oven already preheated, which I do. So I'm going to carefully carry this to the Kasori toaster oven. And you can see how nicely they look in the oven. We're going to give them 10 minutes and then we'll check on them. If the egg looks ready to eat, we'll take them right out. Alright, I want to show you, they're not quite done, but it's been about 9 minutes. And you can see they're still a little wiggly, but the ricotta cheese is melting and running down the sides, making a little bit of a gooey, delicious pizza. And the eggs are almost done, so as soon as the eggs are done, we'll take them out. Alright, here are the eggs. Now look how nice they are. They're a little bit brown on the top from the cheese melting. Oh boy. So you want the egg to be done like this. So it's a little bit shaky yet, but it will still continue to cook a little bit in the heat of this flatbread. And we're going to transfer this to a plate. Now part of the beauty of this breakfast pizza is the mess when you cut the egg. Look how nice and toasted the crust is, just to see the bottom. It's really perfect. The tomatoes cooked. You can smell the basil throughout the kitchen here. When you cut this, you're going to cut right through that dippy egg and let the nice egg yolk run all over your pizza so that you have some flavors of the egg in every bite. Spread it out a little bit before you take your first bite. Now this egg cooked for 13 minutes and it was a jumbo egg, and my oven was preheated to 425 degrees. So there's your first slice of your breakfast pizza. I think you should try this recipe for something different, a breakfast pizza in the morning. That'll get you going. Thanks for watching.